Hey you guys, and welcome to today's reading. So today I'm going to be reading on Miss Chloe Bailey, and we're going to be looking into her current energy, what's going on with her, and then I do want to tap into some music predictions for her because I know she has some music coming. I just want to see what's going on with her. I don't really have too many questions to ask for this reading, but this will be just a quick tap in. Hopefully we don't have anything crazy pop up for her, but we'll see what Spirit has to say. And so like I do with every reading, we're going to start with the Oracle deck. All right, so Miss Chloe Bailey, what's her current energy, Spirit? All right, we have looking you up, cyber stalking, studying you, getting info. And then we have thief, rob, lost, death. Didn't she have a songwriting lawsuit where someone was suing her because they helped in a song and something about credit, like getting songwriter credit? So that was just getting that download when I pulled that card. I think this lawsuit is still ongoing if I'm not mistaken. And then we have fake flexing, acts rich, stalker lurking online. Oh, I don't think her and Burna Boy are still together. All right, scarcity tactics. So something with some money. There's some money here. And then running. I thought this was something where stalking a man or like a relationship type of energy, but this feels like this has more to do with the lawsuit though. And I had to double check to see if the lawsuit was like still active or if they had settled, but it looks like her and her label have not settled this lawsuit at all. And it said that as of early 2026, it was still active. Channeling the energy of allegedly Beyonce and Neo, that situation that happened with them where he vocalized that he would be the one primarily responsible for writing the songs, and she would take songwriter credit, but she would just change 1 to 3 words in the song, but it wasn't enough, at least from his perspective, to put her as like lead songwriter or something like that, where she was taking more credit than what she actually did. And it's giving kind of the same energy of that, but this running just kind of has me gagged a little bit because this is something she cannot avoid. Yeah, that's what I heard. Yeah, this is something she can't avoid. And whoever this person is that's suing her, it just sounds like this is somebody that watches her. Like I heard the lawyers, the attorneys, yeah, fake flexing. So I don't think that, allegedly she does not have as much money as possibly what they're asking for, because they're asking for $5 million from Google. So what else you gotta say about this and her current energy? Spirit said that's why she has to get back in the studio. Divination abuser. Unbothered. Same shit, different day. And then caught a case at the bottom. I'm not looking at like the STD. It just feels like literally caught a case of, like, caught a legal case. I don't think she really is worried too much about the court case or the lawsuit, it feels like. She does have to work and get in the studio to potentially pay some of her debts off and her contracts and things like that, and legal fees. But I don't think she's worried about it too much. She probably has someone allegedly that has been reading on the situation spiritually for her or on her behalf. Yeah, I'm getting that she probably does the readings herself. Like I see her like in front of some candles, like pulling some cards. So yeah, her and her sister are very spiritual. So yeah, she's probably doing readings herself on the situation. As I'm looking at the thief card, Spirit said that's what they do. Like stealing is what they do, allegedly. All right, I'm gonna put one more for her current energy. Yeah, I was literally just wanting to know about her music. That's all I wanted to know. But they said if you want the truth, you're gonna get the whole truth. All right, then we have car drama, repo nightmares, always asking for a ride, too broke to fix it. Ain't shit. Money's just not where it's supposed to be. Do not be surprised if we see her in more acting, like more films, more projects that may not necessarily be music, but other avenues of her making money. So this could be like advertisement. I see her like acting gigs more so, which she's done before, but I feel like she may have to pivot over there even more. Again, caught a case, a legal case. Yeah, this is very prominent in her energy. Then look at the cards after. We got bankrupt, unfazed, moves in silence. Yeah. Yeah, this case is heavy on her energy and probably on her mind too, what she's gonna do about it. Because I just keep hearing lawyer fees, attorney fees. It was just to see what's going on with her currently, but clearly she got a lot going on right now. Her energy to clarify the oracles. Her energy from the tarot. Clarify. All right, so we have the Star. Her energy for clarity. Ace of Swords. Cups, Knight of Pentacles. One more. And we have Page of Swords reversed as a clarifier for this message. So there's something here in the energy about her contract. There's her naivety, like naive type of energy. I don't think that she knew what the label was doing about the songwriting credits. Like it's something about where she didn't know the full details of how and why she's getting sued because she may have not had a direct hand into the songwriting credit or whatever he's suing her for. Like, she wasn't the primary one doing that or managing it. It may have been her label or someone that's responsible for handling that. But I don't think she knew the full truth about that. And there's something in here about her contract, though, too. Like an agreement she made as well. Or the terms that were agreed upon between her and that other party. It just feels like somebody else was handling that for her. And she didn't know the full truth about how and why it ended up in a lawsuit, because it wasn't her doing, allegedly. Where's her team? As soon as I said, where's her team, Spirit said Parkwood. Back to what Spirit said a few minutes ago. Went to the thief card. This is what they do. Allegedly, like Beyonce. Yeah, straight, no chaser. They just keep saying this is what they do. It doesn't feel like she was privy to, like I said, the details about what was agreed upon with that person, and that's how she ended up in this lawsuit. Because they're suing her and her actual record label. Yeah, then we have the hangman, or the hang one. Yeah, she was a sacrifice. Not like literally a sacrifice, but she was the person that got caught up in it. She's going to have to probably pay the price for it. And I'm also hearing settlement, so she may have the settlement that she may give to the other party once I don't know if they're going to court or anything like that, but she's going to have to be the one to pay for that. It doesn't feel like her record label is going to cover that. It doesn't. It just feels very like she's going to have to be the sacrifice in this one, unfortunately and allegedly. What's challenging her right now? Currently challenging her spirit. What's challenging Chloe Bailey? We have King of Wands. I have a suspicion of who that is, but I'm going to pull one more card. Alright, and then we have Strength. And then we have the Fool. The spirits are saying that they would like for her to leave where she is. There's something about her contract, though, and contract just keeps popping up, but I just feel like her label or her management company allegedly cannot help her with this money. They cannot help her with this settlement in the energy. That's what the energy is telling me. They cannot help her with that because they have their own issues and their own things that they're paying for. I think she signed to Columbia or Sony, but I don't think they were going to split the bill anyways. But her management company, whoever handles all of like attorney stuff, and I don't think they're going to want to pay for it. They're pushing through their own issues and things that they set up and have going on for risks they've already taken on other things. She's trying to figure a way to get out of this. She's pushing through it, but it doesn't feel like she can. As far as like paying the money up front, it's definitely something she would have to invest in, like somebody investing in her or her project, but she's gonna have to come off of it to pay this settlement if they settle, because this is challenging her. Outcome for this situation. Outcome for this situation. Outcome for her, we have the Hermit, which could be a Virgo, and then we have the Empress. Tell me more about this card. 6 of Cups, 8 of Cups. Allegedly, the person that is over this management company could have helped her in the past. This couple, we have the Hierophant, they could have helped her in the past, but they themselves are walking from this situation as well. It just, like I said, it just does not feel like they were going to pay for it. Like, they're not going to help her with this money. I don't think, yeah, like I said, they would have had it a year or two ago. I saw it in my mind, Megan Thee Stallion, allegedly. So, yeah, they could have helped her in the past, but they have other stuff going on that they have to pay for. And then we have 6 of Swords reversed, which 6 of Swords upright is somebody leaving, departing, in another direction. But 6 of Swords reversed is telling me that, like I said, the spirits say they want her to leave, but she can't. I just keep seeing contracts again. Contracts, more contracts. Is there anything else you want to say about it? Because I didn't even tap into her music. And I just think how the artists that have been affiliated with them or currently affiliated with them, they're getting pulled up in these readings for other people that are not specific to them. It's just, yeah. Anyway, yeah. All right, Three of Pentacles. This came up in the Rihanna reading that represented that entity that they're a part of, which I don't believe she's part of. Entity that starts with an R, allegedly. I heard bystander. I also heard collateral damage, so she could be collateral damage with them, allegedly. Is there anything she can do to help herself? Is there anything she can do to help herself in this situation? Queen of Swords, and then we have 5 of Swords upright. The only thing she really could do if she truly wanted to get out of the situation with them would be for her to tell the truth about her circumstances. Because I just heard the word truth, like speaking up for herself, speaking out. I just got to download that she won't, because it'll impact her sister's opportunities. So Hallie, because I'm seeing her like be a part of Disney. I see Hallie holding her son. Like, there's something about if she were to speak up and speak out against these organizations and the entities about the business and her contracts and things, it would affect her sister as well. And that's one of her main priorities. She doesn't want to mess it up for her sister. That's pretty tough, but it does feel like she does have a lot to say. She has a lot to say about them because she's carrying a lot of burdens and a lot of secrets. That's a 10 of Wands. All right, Spirit. Oh, if there's any final messages before I close it out. Ace of Cups. If she were to tell the truth about everything that's happening to her, she'll feel much better. Spirit says she needs to release. She needs to free that energy up for herself. She's holding in a lot. Doesn't want to blow the horn and then it affects her and her family. That's her, their lifestyle. Yeah, because if she speaks up, a lot of things are going to come up to a halt. That is her blackballed. But I mean, to be honest, this is, okay, now this is like separate from the reading. This is like my commentary. I mean, aside from like putting her on award shows and giving her, you know, a contract and a studio and other things, what have they done to propel her career though? I mean, I feel like the consensus is that she should be much bigger than what she is. But I don't think that they're pouring into her like they should. I mean, she could have been an opener as of the last couple of tours. Her and her sister, I know they opened up her On the Run many years ago, but I mean, she could be a lot. She could be doing a whole lot right now, but it just feels like her music is just put on the back burner. Spirit said they're not as invested in her as they once were. But why is that though? Like, why sign somebody to your management company and put them on the same label that you're on? I don't know. You know, let's ask that. Let's ask why they're not pushing for her. Why are they not pushing her heavy, like her music? Why is her management companies and labels not pushing her like they should? All right, we got the World. Then we have the World, Queen of Wands, and then Three of Cups. Allegedly, it just feels like they have tried to help her. They have tried to push her, but it just feels like they're just not interested in her anymore. Like, she did not make the music that they wanted her to make. It feels like they just moved on. They closed the cycle out with her, but they just moved on from her. Because I know we had Have Mercy, which was a really good hit on the radio and it was very popular, but really it's like she couldn't follow up to that. But it just feels like they just moved on from her to other artists. I don't know who else is signed to Columbia. I know, obviously, Beyonce's on Columbia, but yeah, I just feel like they moved on. Like, they're not interested anymore. And then we have the Lovers. Another card to offer. Yeah, like I said, it just feels like they tried to help her out, but she wasn't accepting whatever they were trying to offer her. Yeah, for her work. Yeah, she's doing it on her own. She essentially wants to take the reins on this, even more so, probably. I just heard in my mind that lawsuit put a bad taste in her mouth. They probably have tried to help her and try to offer her different things that she should do and what she can do, like advice and suggestions, but I feel like she's just gonna do this her own way though. And that's why they're just kind of washing their hands with it. She's gonna do what she wants to do. Let her figure it out herself. She got the answers. That's kind of the energy I'm getting from it. And then look at the bottom, the Devil, which to me represents the industry. That's my interpretation of it. So yeah, they're just gonna let her do what she wants to do. I just heard sink or swim. It feels like they moved on from her. She would really have to like come back and show them why, or give them reasons as to why they should put a heavy push behind her. But for right now, the current energy is showing me that they haven't seen that yet, and that's why they're not pushing her hard. She's talented, don't get me wrong, but think about the music that she has made and makes and how that will appeal to the general public. So that's how they're looking at it. Can this make us money? But she wants to do it herself, so they're letting her do it. I just heard sink or swim again. So all right, well, that is it for Miss Chloe Bailey. Every time I try to put like a specific title on these readings and what I want to tap into, it always turns into something else. But it is what it is. Maybe I can do another follow-up video to look into her sister's energy as well to see what's going on there. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and thanks for watching. See you guys in the next video. Bye.